listening world. This is Dr. Rico Short, the root canal specialist to the stars, the grace life teacher, the inspirational motivator for you on this terrific Tuesday. Now let's get to the root of your problem. Well, today I want to say happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's to all the people who are married. Happy Valentine's Day to all the people who want to be married. Happy Valentine's Day to all the single people around the world. Happy Valentine's Day. And today, Jakeith, I want to talk to you guys about soulmates. Soulmates. Everybody say soulmates. Say it one more time. Soulmates. Well, the Bible has a lot to say about soulmates. In fact, in 3 John, I think it's chapter 1, verse 2, the Bible talks about that I pray that you may be in health and prosper, even as your soul prosper. Soul prosperity. See, if you don't pick the right mate, your soul won't prosper. I'm going to repeat that. If you don't pick the right mate, your soul won't prosper. You say, well, Dr. Short, what's your soul? Well, your soul is your thinker. The soul is how you choose. The soul directs your emotions. It's how you think, how you choose, and your emotion. And all three of those things are very important in order to live the life that God has called us to. And if you don't pick the right soulmate, guess what can happen? Your life will be a living hell. I'm going to repeat that. If you don't pick the right person, that soulmate, that person that God has already designed for you to have, your life is going to be a living hell. You say, Dr. Short, unpack that. Well, guess what? As human beings, we typically choose people based on how they look, external beauty. But if that's all you pick, beloved, if you pick somebody that's 6'5", have, dark skin and nice eyebrows, ladies, and they have no internal beauty, if they don't have certain characteristics of God, guess what, man? You're going to find yourself in a lifelong of heartache. See, external beauty, I'm not discounting that. I mean, you like what you like. You're attracted to who you're attracted to. If you know you're attracted to somebody that's 6'2", and then you try to end up getting in a relationship and marry somebody that's 4'5", guess what? Man, you are deceiving yourself. And when issues come up and your relationships get tested, because all our relationships will get tested, whether it's in marriage, it doesn't matter. It will get tested. The first thing you're going to say is, man, I knew I shouldn't have married that joker. Man, that short, sawed off, blankety blank, blank, blank. I'm in your Kool-Aid this morning. I'm just being real, because everybody want to try to spiritualize the Bible and say, well, he has a good personality. Well, he can have a good personality, but if you ain't attracted to him, and then what good is that? I'm going to repeat that. You can have a good personality, ladies and gentlemen. But if you're not attracted to that person, guess what's going to happen? Man, you're going to be wearing out thin in certain areas, man. And God designed us to be attracted to certain people and certain things. Same thing, brothers. If you know that you are attracted to light-skinned women, or they say light-skinned women, and then you end up picking somebody because they have a great personality and they dark as midnight, guess what, man? You ain't going to be happy with that person. My goodness. And marrying them, ooh, man, you're going to find yourself looking for love in all the wrong places. And you don't want to do that. Now, what am I saying? Now, if you're married and you made the wrong quote-unquote pick, God can fix that. God can fix that. God can make you more attracted to your spouse, just like Jesus made fine wine over time. And God can change that. God can make you fall in love with something in your spouse that you didn't even know that you loved about them. And that's okay. But for those that are not married, I'm going to tell you right now, you have to make sure that you have a godly pick, not just a passionate pick. Oh, man. A godly pick versus a passionate pick, because that passion will burn out over time. Oh, yeah. Man, right now, fellas, You know, she in her 20s. Oh, she fine. She got the Coke bottle shape. You know, all these, the right size. But guess what, man? She gonna get old. Man, she's not gonna look the same way at 26, at 66. She's not gonna look the same way. So then you gotta ask yourself, what did I really fall in love with? Was it physical beauty, or was it internal beauty? Or was it both? And I just want to encourage you, man. I recommend falling in love with both, because you have to make sure that you enjoy spending time with one another. And I'm going to tell you this, ladies especially, God did not send you somebody to make you comfortable and give you company. Oh man, I know I'm in somebody's Kool-Aid right now. You just say, well, I've been single so long, I just want to have somebody to make me comfortable and give me company. No! God did not send you that. If you look through the Bible, guess what God sent? God sent a helpmate. God sent somebody to help you carry your God-given assignment. See, when God created Eve, God did not create Eve just so Adam can stare at her. No, God knew that Eve needed what? God knew that Adam needed what? A helpmate. Now, he made her fine as all get out. I know that. I can't imagine. Oh, man. You know, because back then, you know, they ain't have Coca-Cola. They ain't have candy. They ain't have chocolate. They ate the fruit of the earth. And they ate all these kind of great things. You know. But guess what? He fell in love with her inner beauty first. You say, well, how do you know that? It's because that God took her out of his side. So basically, God took Eve out of Adam, his rib, and basically created the same type of personality that he had. And again, I'm not saying that you need to have somebody with the exact same personality as you. No, that's boring. I do believe opposites attract. I do believe that. And let me give you an example. Well, before I do that, do you understand what I'm saying about God will send you a helper, not somebody to keep you company? Because if you pick somebody just based on to keep you company, man, that's going to wear out. That joke ain't going to want to work. He's going to be all emotionally tied up and be like, you know what, I don't feel like going to work today. And he's going to put all these excuses on different things. Oh, the black man or the white man, or man, it's cold outside, it's too hot. And then guess what, man? The bills still need to be paid, ladies. And then here you are. Oh, man, I don't want to go there. I'm going to go there. You going out there working your tail off to provide for your children and him. And he's sitting up in the bed eating your groceries. You don't want to live like that, ladies. And men too, you know, and men can make bad picks too, because they want company, especially older men. You know, you never got married, you got divorced, and the first thing you want to do is go and look at you, a young Tinder on Tinder. Uh-oh. Oh, Jeff, I'm in somebody's Kool-Aid today. You know, you got somebody that's 65 years old and want to try to get a 25-year-old wife. What are you doing? I can tell what you're doing. You're lusting after that young Tinder, but you know that she's not even mature enough to take care of no kind of business. But yet you want to show her off, and you want her to be your trophy wife. Oh, I'm in somebody's Kool-Aid this morning, Tamilia. You want to have the trophy wife, but yet in the back room, she's spending up all your money. She's spending up all your cash. She's taking her girlfriends on trips with your credit card. Oh, man, oh, man. Okay, all right, let me leave this alone here. It's Valentine's Day. I'm supposed to be saying something that's going to make you feel loved, make you feel accepted, and make you feel forgiven. And I am. I'm giving you some keys of relationship. I'm giving you keys on finding a soulmate. In fact, let me give you a few right now. Number one, check out that person's character. If you want to get the right pick, check out that person's character. Are they going to church just because you're going to church? Or they been going to church because they want to better their life with God? Number one, check out their character. Number two, check out their habits. Are they always sitting up, you know, watching TV all the time? Or are they picking up a book to read? Are they just sitting around lunching and munching? Or are they exercising? Number three, Do they keep a job longer than 6 months or a year? Or they go from job to job? Ladies, that's not going to give you your soulmate. That's not stability. Or better yet, they could have been a professional athlete. I work on professional athletes all the time and deal with millionaires all the time. And guess what? If you're with them just because of what they have in their pocket, guess what? That's going to get old, because money cannot buy love. Money can't buy me love. I forgot who sang that song. Help me out. Money can't buy me love. Money can't buy you love. Money can provide you temporary joy, but it's not going to be long standing, man. I know a lot of people that are millionaires and their wives are miserable because their husband's never at home. They out there in the strip club tricking the money off. Oh man, I'm just being too real with y'all today. So another thing, you want to make sure when you marry somebody or you want to get serious, check out their credit. See what their credit score is. And their credit score is a 100 out of 800. Guess what? Thank you, Backstreet. That's Backstreet, Jakey. Thank you. Then guess what, man? You need to reevaluate some things. You need to say, hey, honey, let's get your credit score up a little bit better before we decide to tie the knot. Because what you don't want to do, you don't want to have to manage your liabilities and somebody else's. That's going to bring stress to a relationship. It's going to be stress to a marriage. You say, well, Dr. Short, I thought you were a dentist. I am a dentist. I am. But there are times when God gives me a word to speak to you. Yes, you, about certain things. And today happens to be Valentine's Day, and some people are upset because they don't have a Valentine. What if I tell you that's God's way of protecting you, to let you know that either you're not ready or the person that you're with is not ready to have a serious relationship? Oh, man. Hope y'all getting something out of this today. Soulmates. And another thing, that when you're dealing with somebody and you want to get serious, get to know their family. Get to know their mother. Get to know their father. If they don't have a mother and father, get to know their people that are close to. Because a lot of times, man, that's the environment they grew up in. And that's the environment they're going to carry on through the relationship. You can give a whole bunch of people, you can give people a bunch of money, but you can't take that ghetto mentality out of them. I'm just telling you. If they used to being ghetto without money, they're gonna be ghetto with money and ghetto with you. And if you ain't come from that environment, that's gonna be tough, man. Again, you can groom people and help people grow, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. And we all come from different backgrounds, but that person is going to want to grow with you. That person is going to want to learn with you. That person is want to get this. That person, if you're married couples, listen to this. If your spouse does not want to do marriage counseling, they are not willing to grow with you. I'm going to repeat that one more time. If your spouse is not willing to do marriage counseling, they're not willing to grow with you. Either they're stuck or they could have mentally checked out the marriage. They can be there with you physically. They can go on trips with you, but mentally they can be checked out of the marriage. And that goes for men and women. Oh man, I know I should have gave y'all a love message today on Valentine's Day, but I just sometimes got to keep it real. I got to keep, as they say in the street, 100, no cap. And I'm just telling you, man, even right now, marriages are under attack. Even Valentine's Day, there's some people right now who are so upset with their spouse, they ain't gonna put nothing about Valentine's Day on social media. They ain't gonna put nothing. They ain't getting no gift. They ain't buying no gift. They just mad. They just mad. And guess what, man? It's nothing wrong with that initially, but if you stay like that, anger can build up as a cancer, and you don't want to despise your spouse. You want to be able to say, okay, God, look at me. Show me where I'm missing it. Show me the blind spots that I have. And I talk about blind spots in a couple of my videos, because we all have blind spots. And Lord, build me up in those blind spots so I can be better, not only for myself, but for my spouse as well. And show them their blind spots too. Because I know that you did not bring me somebody just to give me company. If that's the case, You can get a dog for that. Oh, man. Some of y'all saying, well, my husband act like a dog. But no. I ain't talking about your husband. Or some men may say, hey, my wife act like a female dog. Oh, Lord. Let me go right now. Let me go before I get myself in trouble, get some of y'all in trouble. But God sent you, seriously, all jokes aside, God sent you a helpmate. God sent you somebody that's willing to help you reach your God-given destiny on this earth, because you were made for a purpose to perform something that no one else was able to do, so you can move the baton of your family forward, so you can be better. God wants you to be better. God doesn't want you to be bitter. God wants you to be better in your relationship. So when you find that soulmate, guess what, man? Cherish it, invest in it, do whatever it takes, man, to make sure that your spouse feel loved, make sure your spouse feel accepted, make sure your spouse feel forgiven. You guys work together. Because when you work together, guess what, man? You're going to be more effective. You're going to make a bigger impact and a bigger difference in this world and in your family, and especially your children. Your children are looking at you, man. Your children are looking at you and seeing how you're handling certain issues. Are you just going to bail when things get hard? Because if you bail when things get hard, you leave your spouse when things get hard, guess what's going to happen? Chances are your children are going to do the same thing. And the cycle keeps getting repeated and repeated and repeated. And you never get to that place where God wants you to be a difference maker. Soulmates. Soulmates. All right. I'm going to go on this terrific Tuesday. I'm wishing you guys a happy Valentine's Day. I also did a lesson on the 5 love languages a couple of days ago. Go and check that out on my YouTube page. That's going to bless you. And I pray for those people who've gotten gifts for their spouse. Great for you. I didn't get a gift for my spouse yet. And that's her love language, is gifts. So I didn't get anything for her yet, but hopefully that, I'll be able to pick up something for her along the way. I get her stuff throughout the year, so I don't just use Valentine's Day as a day. Oh, I'm just got to get her gifts. I got to get on Valentine's Day. I don't do that. I get her gifts based on what I feel that she should have at any given time. So I don't get locked into all these holidays and stuff. And I just pray that, you guys have a wonderful day, a terrific Tuesday. Love on your spouse. Tell them you love them, look them in the eye, tell them you appreciate them, even though they may not be doing everything that you want them to be, even if they have shortcomings in certain areas, because we all have shortcomings. You tell them you appreciate them, tell them that you appreciate their hard work. And guess what? When you do that, you are sowing seeds of love. Damien, I see you. And this goes for all the people around the world that listen to me. And I can list a whole bunch of names. All right. Love y'all. If you got something out of this message, like I always say, like it and share it, because it's going to help somebody else. Don't just keep this gold nuggets for you. Share it with somebody else. All right.